FastSigns is great member of the chamber, great for the business community. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Ben, would you please?
So I am a Lubbock native, born and bred here. The great thing about Lubbock is as I've grown with it, the opportunities and the community has really taken off in this town in the last 10, 20 years. And so about 20 years ago, I started working with Mike Walker here at FastSigns and was his graphic designer. And over time, just kind of took on more and more responsibilities and eventually realized that this is a great business model, and a great town to have a business in. So here I am 20 years later, buying this franchise out and going on to the next step of my life.
Well, that's a great story. Tell me why y'all moved to 50th Street.
So part of it was for financial reasons. And part of it was because it puts us in a better spot with Lubbock. We're a little bit more centralized to the businesses we work with now. Our floor plan, we were able to completely customize. So, when Mike started the business 30 years ago, FastSigns had certain techniques and products that it offered, and those have changed quite drastically over the years.
Sure.
Different technologies have come in, different methods have come in. And so we kind of had outgrown our space. We also now have a bay door so we can bring vehicles in.
You moved right in the middle of COVID. So,
yes.
Holy smokes, did that complicate the move?
COVID made it challenging because we had to kind of switch business models. Our biggest business is from business to business relations. Mm-hmm. And so when COVID came through and kind of started affecting our area, what happened is we really had to start focusing a lot more on the community because businesses were backing off and having to back off due to mandatory shutdowns. So not to say that we didn't still have business to business, there was still plenty of opportunity with businesses, but we realized that a whole new sector of people were going to need help, encouragement, and signs.
It's really good to hear that y'all not only accommodated your needs in the middle of a move, but obviously even changed your business plan like a lot of us. So that's very logical, because I know we too did some things at the chamber that we hadn't done before, and providing information and resources to all the businesses in the community. We first started obviously by finding out from them what their needs were during their shutting down, and then the mission essential businesses trying to figure out what they needed, and then we started obviously trying to not only connect them to resources about the loans, whether it be the PPP or the idle loans that the Small Business Administration was given, but then we shifted and started providing information about PPE. We created a complete new website for the resources called In This Together LBK, and when we put that up, Mike reached out to me when we had a PPE site on there, and he says, put FastSigns up there.
Almost serendipity. It couldn't have been 30 minutes, an hour after we were listed on your site. We had a gentleman call from Friendship ISD, and because of the way the situation was here in Lubbock, they were still planning on having an outdoor graduation, and we were able to help facilitate that by we fulfilled an order for 1,000 masks.
Wow.
So that they could hold their graduation, and that's really important to the community. It's hard to forego these recognizing the way we normally recognize achievements, and so shifting in how we do it and still being able to facilitate some of that was really a big deal for us. And then I couldn't say if it all comes directly from the chamber, but I know that having us on that resource definitely helped. We ended up with local favorites like Orlando's, Caprock's, Jazz, restaurants of those natures. We were doing signage for wayfinding, letting people know, hey, these are the rules that they have to follow, as well as what they are open for, curbside, online delivery, how to get their products still to help keep these businesses stay afloat during hard times. And it just kind of spiderweb from there with social distancing floor graphics for people like Boys and Girls Clubs of America. And then we got into intubation shields, which is outside of our normal comfort zone. And so Covenant and Brownfield, Plainview, and Lubbock, as well as UMC locations, all ordered intubation shields. And then once we realized, we started having a lot of requests for yard signage, and realizing that this was for dedication for graduates' birthdays,
Yeah.
your typical events. We sat there and said, what can we do? So we basically cut our prices in half to make it much more affordable for your average person to show their appreciation for their loved ones, teachers, and everyone else.
Well, Ben, that's great. I mean, that's so happy for FastSigns to understand and to take into consideration shifting your business model and everything to take care of all those folks in our business community. And Ben, we really appreciate the chance to talk to you today. Thank you very much for your partnership and your membership with the chamber, and keep doing a great job. We're very glad that you are where you're at, and we look forward to working with y'all more in the future.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Eddie.